The world at the crossroads, unraveling the fossil-fueled web of greed. In the intricate tapestry of global affairs, the world finds itself standing at a crossroads with dire warnings of a point of no return echoing through the corridors of concern. Can we alter our course, or are we destined to be shackled to the fossil fuel juggernaut? A closer inspection of major investments by financial giants BlackRock and J.P. in fossil fuels, totaling a staggering $3 trillion last year, provides a disconcerting glimpse into the forces that shape our energy landscape. The eye-watering investments in oil by these financial behemoths serve as glaring evidence of the pervasive influence of money and greed in our world. The sheer magnitude of these financial commitments raises questions about the feasibility of a transition away from fossil fuels anytime soon. It seems that as long as there are profits to be made from the black gold that runs our engines and economies, the wheels of change will grind ever so slowly. To illustrate this point, consider the stark juxtaposition of COP28, the global stage where world leaders convene to discuss climate change and sustainable practices. Drawing parallels with belief in Santa Claus, the skepticism surrounding COP28's efficacy is rooted in the perception that it is more theatrical than transformative. It becomes challenging to envision genuine change when the same entities funneling colossal sums into fossil fuels are also the players ostensibly championing environmental causes on the world stage. The North Pole and Antarctic, traditionally symbols of pristine wilderness, now serve as arenas for resource exploitation under the guise of ecological initiatives. Rather than conserving fish stocks, the focus seems to be on uncovering underground treasures of oil and other natural resources. This not-so-subtle shift reveals a narrative where economic interests eclipse environmental conservation, illustrating the potent sway of avarice over altruism. In the absence of revolutionary energy technologies like fusion or undisclosed top-secret sources, the prognosis for a fossil fuel-free future appears bleak. While the promise of cleaner, sustainable alternatives is tantalizing, the current reality is dominated by the roaring engines of fossil-fueled machinery. The inertia of established infrastructures, coupled with the cloud of vested interests, reinforces the notion that we are bound to fossil fuels as long as humanity treads this planet. Amidst this complex web of economic interests and environmental concerns, a darker narrative emerges, that of corrupt leaders working in concert with shadowy figures at the apex of the power pyramid. The existence of a clandestine cabal purportedly pulling the strings of global leadership casts a shadow over the democratic processes we hold dear. The notion that this select group dictates the trajectory of nations, deciding who will be the next prime minister or president, challenges the very essence of representative governance. In conclusion, the world finds itself entangled in a multifaceted struggle at the crossroads of environmental sustainability, economic interests, and political machinations. The $3 trillion investment in fossil fuels, the theatrics of COP28, and the resource-hungry ventures in the polar regions collectively paint a picture where the forces of money, greed, and corruption weave an intricate tapestry that appears impervious to the winds of change. As we navigate this complex landscape, the challenge remains not only to question the present but to collectively forge a future where the pursuit of profit does not compromise the well-being of the planet and its inhabitants.